everybody. It's Miranda Love here with you, the CEO and founder of Ninja Growth Strategies, a business coaching company. And today I'm here with our client and guest, Jessica Nazarali, the founder of It Girl Academy. Welcome, Jess.
Hi Miranda.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us today. And the reason why we are putting the expert spotlight on Jessica Nazarali today and her company is that she is one of the top 100 business coaches on LinkedIn that has been joining us here at Ninja Growth Strategies. And she is just really quickly rising to the top. So I wanted to chat with you, Jessica, if you could just briefly tell us about your coaching company and your offer and how you're helping people today.
Yeah, sure. So my company is called It Girl Academy, and I help majority of women. However, it's interesting after working with Miranda, I'm kind of changing things, to be honest, and I'm thinking I might reposition myself because I am getting a lot of men from LinkedIn who are interested in working with me, and a couple who've signed up have been really great. So that's kind of just a side note. I've really looking at how I'm positioning things and maybe changing a couple of things, which is exciting. But for the most part, I help women who are, working in a corporate job, who are looking to expand into really claiming their worth as a coach. So I work with mainly coaches, but some consultants and experts in other fields. And lots of people who are looking to make the transition and be coaching full time, because I think, as you know, Miranda, there's a lot of people who are a coach, but then they're still kind of doing the side hustle on the side while their business is taking off. So I really love to support them to be able to sign 5 clients a month and to make this their full-time career.
Wonderful. That is great. And that was one of the things I was going to be hitting on today was some of the, you've already been at it for a while, and I want to talk about that too. But I was not even really that aware that you were really, there's such a need there and LinkedIn is the great place to do it. So I'm really glad that you are considering now offering your services, not limiting your ability to help people, to women only. And that was one of the points that we had talked about. But there's such a need in that whole of helping the ones who are doing it like a side hustle, like what you're saying, and are actually, or considering it. And that's even like there's 2.4 million business coaches on LinkedIn. And I work with the ones that are already at it. They've already been kind of at it. I'm not trying to pull the ones like from corporate or the ones that are doing the side hustle. I want them to be in it for a year or two and they're like, oh, I need some help now. So it is just interesting that there's so much opportunity that's out there. And why I personally, we do the same thing. And I don't personally believe in competition. We help people in our own unique way, and we attract people in our own unique way. So I actually, and we can talk about how I attracted you, but I discovered you. I've been following you. Have had a little bit of an it girl crush myself on Jess Nazarali. I would say, and you can correct me and let me know a little bit more, but I would say maybe about 3 years ago, whenever you first came online with Facebook ads. I remember when you first came online and I was checking you out. So you can just tell us a little bit about your journey and how you've gotten to where you are right now.
Yeah, definitely. So I started out online in 2011 when I started a health and wellness blog, and I was blogging for about 18 months. And at the end of 18 months, people started coming to me and wanting me to, I didn't really know that much about coaching at the time, but basically wanting me to coach or consult them on how to start a blog. If you think back to 2011, if you can think back that far, blogging was quite cool then. I mean, now it's kind of Instagram and all of that, but back then blogging was like the influencer platform. And I put together an offer, and it was basically to help people to start a blog to grow their influence, or if they had a business to kind of get their message out there. And I launched it, and I had like 20 clients within a month. Now, this wasn't high ticket. My first offer was like $500, but still, it made me realize that there was something in it, in this coaching thing, and that it could be a potential business. So I was doing the side hustle for about 7 months, blog coaching. And then I finally got up the courage to quit my job because I was making around $3,000 to $7,000 a month. So I thought, okay, if I can dedicate more time to this, my business would grow. Like, that made a lot of sense to me. So I quit my job, and I've been doing this full time now for, oh gosh, I would say probably 4 or 5 years now. So yeah, it's been a really fun journey. And yeah, over time, like, in the beginning, I was really had a big focus on Facebook ads. Like that is the majority of how I got my clients. And I've done, multiple 6-figure launches from Facebook ads. I've had my business on Evergreen, which is what Miranda teaches as well. So just enrolling clients consistently each and every single month. But I was getting them through Facebook ads. And it was January this year. That's when I started exploring LinkedIn, because I thought, look, Facebook ads is getting more and more expensive. And personally, I'm just not a huge Facebook fan. It kind of was working well up until that point, and I still run some Facebook ads now, but I was just getting this feeling of, this isn't going to last forever. That's literally the feeling I was having. And I thought, I need to diversify, because if Facebook just, somehow stops working for me, I'm really in a tricky situation. So that's when I started exploring LinkedIn, Pinterest, buying lists. Like I really went all different angles, because I thought it was just giving me a lot of anxiety, the fact that my whole business was relying on Facebook, and it was kind of slowly going on a bit of a decline in terms of the ad costs were going up, and
just a lot more people were getting on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like so cluttered, where your message is not, whenever I saw you come online, sorry to interrupt you, whenever I saw you come online, like I was saying, like 3 years ago and checked you out, it was like I used to do that to people. Now it's like, oh, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. And it's a similar message that gets watered down, where LinkedIn, it is, we're still kind of standing out there doing a little bit, some different things. But yeah, that was just, I'm glad that you were proactive in that about the Facebook ads. It just, I get a little turned off, from them, a little bit here and there too. So.
Yeah. So that's how I started exploring LinkedIn. Yeah. Back in February. So yeah, what else do you want to know?
And you were getting clients from LinkedIn. You had kind of your own. You're a marketer. Kind of your own strategies that you had been trying to figure things out. I don't know if you had done a program or worked with anybody else specifically for LinkedIn, but you were getting some results there.
I was getting probably like 1 or 2 clients per month from LinkedIn, and I hadn't taken a program, but I was working with someone who was like sending messages on, like we'd come up with messages and they were sending them on my behalf. And so from, I guess, February to whenever we started working together, so a couple of weeks ago, I was really trying to work out the strategy on my own. And I was like, I was asking him for advice, and we were kind of testing different things, but things just, it was still like 1 or 2 clients per month. And I kept on saying, I was like, I know this could work. Like, I know this can be working better than what we're currently doing. And I was still profitable from LinkedIn. Like it was still profitable. So I kept on going with it each month, because I was like, well, I'm signing 1 or 2 clients. I'm still really profitable, but it was frustrating because I wasn't seeing how I could scale it.
And it was nowhere near what you were getting still traffic from Facebook ads.
Exactly.
Some of the other.
So I was still spending a lot of money on Facebook ads, and it was still, if Facebook ads had turned off tomorrow, I would be getting 1 or 2 clients from LinkedIn, and I was still also getting some organic sales, but my problem still wasn't solved. I was still really relying on Facebook ads for, I would say, like 80% of my sales.
Yeah. So it's really only been, today's August 31st. So I think it was like August 10th or so. So just like 2 weeks that you've been kind of going through it. And I just want to say, I love the way that you have just everybody. Just your drive, and just even that story that you just told about how you've taken your journey and did the side hustle, and then kind of taken it, and you knew that you had your eye on the future. You knew that you needed to find other ways as a marketer to keep your business growing and scaling. And that's why you were being proactive. But I just have loved the way that you've shown up and just kind of gone all in. And you have a working funnel. You have a business, you have a program, you have, enrolling people into it. But just in the last like 2 weeks or so, I know you messaged me. I love LinkedIn, and you have a lot of different things. So if you could just kind of just let us know some of your successes that you've had over the last couple of weeks, and then we can maybe talk about some of the tweaks and changes that we've shifted, but as you're actually defining your strategy there on LinkedIn.
Yeah, definitely. So this week, I think I had 10 calls booked, which I think I messaged yesterday, and I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's so good. And the people who are booking calls for the most part are really like their ideal clients. They're people I can help, and they want to buy. And I'm laughing because on Facebook, I can tell like a real difference between the quality of leads from Facebook as opposed to LinkedIn. And I realized because on Facebook, you're kind of baiting them with like a lot of free stuff. And part of the strategy on LinkedIn that Miranda teaches, you are sending them a webinar, but it's positioned not like this completely like free thing. And I feel on Facebook, like everything is just like kind of free and cheap, and it's, people are expecting free and cheap, and they're not expecting to buy because they're expecting to see baby photos, wedding photos. They're expecting to connect with their friends. They're not going on Facebook to make business decisions. Whether on LinkedIn, they're going on LinkedIn to make business decisions. And so if you are sending them, even if it is a free webinar, I'm finding people are actually like, oh, I need this. And they're watching it. And then they're messaging me back saying, wow, this was really valuable. And with Facebook, it's just a completely different dialogue. Like people may watch a webinar, but then, and look, I do get sales from Facebook, so it's not all bad, but to point out the differences, I'll get a response from somebody who's watched a webinar and they'll say something like, oh, the link wasn't working to download the free book. And it won't even be something like, oh, you know, an hour and 15-minute training was really useful. Thank you so much. It will just be like, oh, I watched the whole thing and the link wasn't working. And it's like, okay, great. So I'm finding it is just a very different type of person on LinkedIn, which is cool. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
They're all there. There's over, last time I checked, gosh, it was all over 500 million. I think it's even, it's more than that. But they're professionals that are on there to grow because they are identifying themselves as being a professional. I mean, that's the only reason why you would want to create an account on LinkedIn. And wanting to connect to better their business or their career. I mean, that's why they're on there, because they're wanting to identify themselves as a professional. So that is why whenever you're reaching out to them, it is a different tone. A little bit. And they've been showing up for your appointments. And
I was actually really shocked about that, because before I was having a bit of an issue with show up rates for LinkedIn, but I don't think I've had in the last 2 weeks. I haven't had any I've had people who no show, but it's been because it's like even though I use a calendar, they've got the time zone wrong. But when I've emailed them, they've been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And we've reconnected the next day. So it's not like they've just no showed and then nothing's happened. We've connected later on, which has been really cool.
Yeah, they're taking it professional, and they're viewing what it is that you're offering them, that webinar and that free breakthrough call, as the value that it really is. I mean, it has the opportunity to help them get clarity about their, what it is that they want to do, they're offering. I mean, your webinar specifically right now that we've got running through LinkedIn and driving traffic to it, the new everyday consistently new targeted leads and traffic to it. It's how to make your first service offer, or if you want to tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So the webinar I have, it's how to create your first services offer. So it's basically walking them through the process of put together their offer or program, whatever you want to call it. And then once they have that, and it's obviously very outcome driven and benefits driven, then we talk about how they can get, leads and traffic and clients. And then obviously the next step is to work with me. So, the webinar it's super valuable. And that's the thing, like on Facebook, just because there's so much free stuff, I sometimes feel like people don't value it. Whether on LinkedIn, I feel like it is like the comments I get when I look at my LinkedIn messages, it's like, oh, thank you, that was so valuable. And like people asking follow-up questions. So then I encourage them to book, like, let's get on a call and speak. So it's, it's good to feel valued. That, what you're creating like is actually helping people, and you're getting that dialogue and feedback. I find it really nice.
That is great. Instead of people trolling or just posting stuff like what you were saying, oh, that link isn't broken, or I've seen that training before, or whatever, something kind of more negative maybe on your Facebook post. You're able to actually have that engagement after doing that direct outreach. But speaking of valued and cheap, these leads, like what you're talking, the 10 calls booked this week that with your hot targeted clients who showed up. And I believe you got 3 clients last week from the strategies and things like that. So, I mean, they're paying and they're showing up and everything like that with no advertising. I mean, so I don't know how much, kind of what would you say to getting 10 calls booked from Facebook? Like, what would you, do you know what your average call booking rate was there?
Yeah. Look, it would depend on the campaign, but anywhere from $100 to $250. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been like $2,500 this week that you would have spent on ads to have those 10 calls. And that was probably a good week, I mean, with your ads, and everything like that working. And so this, I mean, we're helping you implement the strategies and all that. But once you have that done, I mean, you're running it. And it's very simple, just some nominal automation fees and everything like that. So I know some people get a little frustrated here and there with the tech, but because you've been an online marketer and you started as a blogger, and helping people with that. So you're familiar with those things. And I love it. My background is in operations and, all that sort of stuff. So, but it's very simple once you get these pieces, plugged in, and with the funnel, I mean, it really is just kind of pushing a button a couple of times a day. And taking the sales calls and enrolling the clients.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot easier than Facebook ads for sure. It's in terms of what you need to do and the tweaking and the setup. Once it is all set up, it is.
Yeah, once we get that message that's working for you. And that was some of the changes I know that we made was just the overall process of how we actually on an invite to connect. We'll go ahead and invite them to call there. So I don't know how many of I know that one of the clients that we just got last week, I know because I can tell where they come from, that they came from my invite to connect message. Like, not even we're having great success message. I mean, that's where it came from. Didn't even go to my webinar first. So I don't know if but that's one of the strategies that we help you with. Was where I call it dropping a call to book a link in our invite to connect. And then we worked on your messages a little bit more, switching things to that direct. We're having great success helping. Business, what is it? Helping. I saw you switched it now.
We're having great success helping coaches sign 5+ clients per month. Yeah, that's the key. Yeah,
that's what the very simple kind of offer direct messages that are working. And so that's some of the tweaks that we worked with you was the copywriting, and then I know we worked with your profile, a couple of things on there, turning it more into a sales letter. Yeah. And then also emailing your connections on LinkedIn. I believe.
Yes, I've started doing that. I do that once a week now. And that's, I've only done it twice because we've only been working together for 2 weeks. It feels like a lot longer. So I've done email the webinar and email book a call, and I'm just going to analyze the stats today and see what got a better results, and then look at what we're going to do next week. That's really cool. I like that.
It's been a lot of fun because it is, once you get this down and you're constantly growing. I mean, you're inviting at least 100 targeted new leads to connect just per your profile. I mean, it's easily scalable as well with whenever you have a team and more profiles to send traffic to them. So they're your target, right, leads. And it happens so fast. And so that's what sometimes happens. Like if there's a long process where you're connecting, I mean, you're sending the invite to connect, to book a call, ideally you have them on the phone in the next, 48 hours or so, or 72 hours. I mean, we're getting clients in less than 72 hours. I mean, it's the way that it's designed for coaches, and it's working for us and working for you as well, which I'm so excited that you're loving LinkedIn as I have. I know I used to do some things on Facebook, but honestly, because I've had different things over the years. I've been an online marketer since 2010, an online entrepreneur in several different businesses. But pretty much every bit of my revenues that I've ever made have come from LinkedIn. And not only just from the strategies that we use on LinkedIn with the targeting and the messages, you were talking about buying a list. There's your list.
I know, right? Yeah.
Your targeted, fresh, brand new list. Typically 1,000 to 1,500 a month emails that we get.
Yeah. And you get them for, I know, it's literally, so I was going for a walk with my husband yesterday, and I'm walking, he's like, why are you smiling? And I'm like, I love LinkedIn. I'm like, it's so simple. It's, I'm connecting with amazing people. It's, And yeah, I just feel like it's my platform. Like I have some friends who like really love Instagram, and you got to go like where you feel your people are ultimately. And I feel it just feels really good connecting with my people and knowing like that they're on LinkedIn, and that this strategy, it's really simple. Like it's very, very simple to use.
That's what I love, is because everybody, I think, and you are part of the ClickFunnels, I don't know why I quoted it, it's a real thing, ClickFunnels tribe, and everybody always thinks, because I have gotten clients for ClickFunnels, and I did go to Funnel Hackers Live. We don't use that. We use very simple. All that we use is, I call it as the LinkedIn call booking funnel. And again, these are the strategies we've been fine tuning them and implementing them, and combined with email marketing over the years since about 2010, specifically on LinkedIn, and then automating them since 2014 over the years. And so they've been getting faster, but they've always been simple. So the funnel basically is, it's just really the call booking, we're just to book a call. And then we both use, and what we teach is, and for our clients, is self-seminar, for our automated webinar. So my webinar starts, and we're going to go over yours actually in our coaching session coming up here today, and kind of dial in some to get that converting even better. But we have ours starting every 15 minutes. And it's just consistently, I did my webinar, which is awesome, by the way. I had to make your first 6 figures online this year as a business coach using LinkedIn at ninjagrowthstrategies.com. But I did that webinar in May of 2017, and I've been automating it since like June 4th of 2017. And I got my first client like 2 days after I started automating it, and consistently. Roughly this month, we've done almost 50K for our business here, which we're excited about for a month. But usually, it was like my first month really doing it was 25K a month. And mine's very simple. I really work about 5 to 10 hours max a week. I know you run a bigger show there than kind of what I do and everything like that. But we run things pretty simple here. And hitting 40 consistently, 25, 30, 40, 50K a month as a solo entrepreneur coach, is doing things, working 5 to 10 hours a week with no ad spend.
That's pretty good.
And actually getting results for my clients, too. It's not like I'm selling info products and nobody's getting any results. That's not bad.
That's really good.
It's not bad. And I'm, at the stage where I'm going to be scaling and growing it and everything like that as well. But it's, working for me, working for us right now. So I'm definitely happy about you and all of your success. So overall then, I know that, how would you say, just in general, how it's been working with me and as part of our group program? You're in our big leap years, but I call it, say 12, what's an 8-week program where we help coaches take their business online and create their first, typically their online group program. And mine's business coaches or executive coaches specifically is who I work with, and such as Jessica. So if you just share, that would be awesome.
Yeah, no, I've loved it. It's been like I mentioned before, just like really simple and easy to follow. I've just loved all the information, and Miranda's really approachable, as you can obviously see from watching this video, and really cares about my success, and I've really felt taken care of. I got to admit, I think because I have been online for so long, and when I speak to clients who are more advanced as well, and we're having a conversation, they say the same thing. You can kind of get a little bit jaded. It's like, okay, like another program, and it's like, well, do I really need this? Like, is this person really going to deliver? And I just loved talking to Miranda, and she was like really confident that she could help me, and I knew the power of LinkedIn. So I thought, ultimately, like, what do I have to lose? Like, I just really need to get a client, and I will have made the investment back pretty much. And that happens, I don't know how, like very quickly, like a couple of days after signing up. So, and then just, the overall support, like I can't believe I still have, 6 weeks left because we're doing so much already. So it's been, a really amazing experience. If you're thinking about signing up, I wouldn't hesitate.
Oh, wonderful. Well, good. Well, I've loved working with you as well. And it is something, whenever it energizes me, like I said, I already had an it girl crush on you. So been excited to have another, business coaches out there rocking it and doing it and not afraid of, putting yourself out there and making these little tweaks. And you've been so receptive to the little tweaks. It's like, okay, you hired me because you were getting, 2 to 3 clients on LinkedIn, but we're like, okay, 10 is your goal, is what we're wanting to get you. And
I think now I can do 20. I think I can do 20. Yeah.
I know I gotta up my game here with you, but that's wonderful. Like, it inspires me. And then and I'm doing another coaching program as well, and I'm in there, kicking butt and inspiring everybody else that's in there. So it's awesome how to have you to inspire our other business coaches that are in our program right now too. So it's been wonderful, and I'm glad that I've thoroughly enjoyed working with you as well. So if you are interested, if you can just kind of let us know where people that are looking to maybe transition from the corporate, or they want to start getting their first service offer and everything like that, let us know where they can find you.
Yeah, definitely. So you can head over to my website, jessicanazarali.com, and on the homepage, you can book a call to speak with me right there, as well as opt in to watch my training, which is going to support you to craft a stunning offer and sign 5+ clients per month. So yeah, go and check it out.
Awesome. And also on LinkedIn as well.
Yes.
And you can also find all that information. So make sure to send you a connection request on LinkedIn, and then you'll automatically get invited to Jessica's webinar there and get to keep in touch with everything that she's got going on there. So that is awesome. And if you are interested, if you're, as I was saying, a business coach or consultant, and you're ready to take your business online, or you've already been online, but you're not consistently getting success, what it is that we do is we help, we get 10, I say, we get anywhere between 7 to 12 is the max that we get, but on LinkedIn. So calls booked with your target client, and we'll get our clients typically anywhere at the different stages, 3 to 5 calls booked a week, and they're converting into high ticket clients. So we have to charge more and get a consistent stream of leads and clients, and basically have a flip-flop freedom business. So that is, if you'd like to check out our web class and see 5 shortcuts to making your first 6 figures online this year as a business coach using LinkedIn and our exact strategies there, go to ninjagrowthstrategies.com. And again, that's ninjagrowthstrategies.com. And if you know that you're ready to go ahead and you watch the web class, or you're ready to go ahead and you want to speak with us a little bit further about how these strategies, would it be right for your business, then go ahead and I invite you to book a free breakthrough call with us. And that's at ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth. And once again, that's ninjagrowthstrategies.com/growth. That we get a chance to get on the phone with me and our team here at Ninja Growth Strategies for free, and we'll see what these strategies would look like for you and your business. And thank you so much again, Jessica, for being here with us. And I'm excited to continue to celebrate your success and have you be one of our, crown you as definitely one of our top 100 business coaches on LinkedIn that are rocking it.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Jess. Okay, talk soon.